What the hell am I watching? When does this happen in the show?
It happens now.
When is now?
Now is now.
But what happened to then?
It was then, but now is now.
Well, can we go back to then?
Soon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nerd Talk. I'm Ortec the Batman. This is...
Boss Tech.
I don't know the guy's name in Spaceballs. I was going to call you...
Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet. That's what I should have
But
said.
Colonel Sanders is the guy who's
Is the other guy? All right. I'm Dark Helmet, and that's Colonel Sanders. Darth Taylor. That's Cytokin joining us again. And James is back there doing the TD. And as you can see, we're Spaceballs fans, and we're pretty excited about Spaceballs 2 being announced by Mel Brooks.
That was awesome.
Even though we'll probably be waiting a while. I doubt it's going to
James
happen
won't
right
watch
away.
it. He didn't even find the first one funny.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is that everybody needs to be ready to find the bleeps, the bloops, and the blips, okay?
Yes. Do you think he'll, what was his name?
Michael Winslow?
Yeah, do you think he's going to make an appearance?
I'm not sure.
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
It would be nice.
It really would.
All the original cast would be great. So...
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Rick why did I do?
Guess we'll have to comb the desert for more spoilers
Rick
on
Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
And we won't find it.
we don't find shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if after all these years, this might be the movie that he might actually come back.
Come back on. That would be great. We were just talking about that the other day. Is
Yeah.
like, why doesn't Rick Moranis? I mean, obviously he lost his wife tragically to cancer,
But
right?
his children have to be in their 20s. by now.
Exactly. They're old enough that he can go back to work and make us happy. We're so selfish.
Well, yeah, it's not all about us.
Yeah. But it is about us, and it's about customer service.
What
and I
happened
think
to it's about the fans?
this episode of Nerd Talk?
Sometimes that doesn't
Our
work.
first segment is John's going to have a little rant about
Oh, God have
UPS.
mercy. Let me just get this out of the way. So if we can get this out, we'll fill it with something else because I know we got tons. Okay, I sent a camera to a very reputable company in Atlanta to get fixed. Right?
Whoa. Explain the camera really quick, though,
I
because that's
sent
important.
I sent an EX1, Sony EX1 to get fixed.
Retails
because,
at?
$4,000 or $5,000. So I sent my son over to drop it off to UPS. I love UPS. UPS has always done me really, really good. And, they've never let me down. Unfortunately, I've had some bad experiences with FedEx, but that may be soon changing because that camera is nowhere near where it's supposed to be. But anyway, so I sent it off, and it cost $193. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Trying to be taller than me.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be taller so we correct
So
headroom.
and then but it needs kind of okay.
Yeah, it is kinda cockeyed.
quick.
They're Batman versus Superman over here.
So anyway, so I sent it off. This wonderful company,
James.
they find it, they fix it, the whole 9 yards, and then they call me up and said, "Hey, John, we're going to send it back." I'm like, "Okay, that's great. Send it back. How do you want to send it?" I said, "I sent it the same way you did the first time, or I sent it to you." I said,
Yeah.
3-day, no express, no nothing, no, it's got to be there by 10 a.m. But and then but I insured it for
fine.
$3,000, right? $195.
I walk off set all the time.
So then I get over there and they call me and say, "Hey, it's ready," right? And so I said, "Cool, send it back the way I sent it to you, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Actually, I need it for this weekend, so send it back 2-day priority, 10 a.m., $3,000 for the insurance." And it was, they're like, "Okay, but you know what it cost? $85. So I go back to UPS and I say, "Yo, what's the deal?" $85 from FedEx, and normally they're never that far apart. They're only like that much difference.
Neck to neck, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean they're typically like maybe $15-$20, right?
Did they pack it and pack
Well,
it for
yeah,
you? Did you-
they put it in a box, but you tell me that box and that bubble wrap cost $100?
No way.
No. So, and I went back to the UPS store on Ridge and Little,
Right.
that's one of those, they own their own store, they got their own little
Yeah.
franchise, and I want to go to those guys because I want to help them out, but I don't want to help them out that much.
Right.
Okay, if it was $120, I could have. All right, it's a little.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems way too high.
But
yeah.
$193. So I went back and I said, hey, nope, price is the price. So I'm just saying, if you're going to, again, it's not fixed. If you're gonna send something, double check. Don't go to the mom and pops. I guess call them directly, get it done because you're gonna get a better pricing.
Yeah, might as well.
It just that. I guess I'm gonna be a new FedEx guy.
Really?
I won't use UPS no more. No,
Yeah.
not for that. I understand the mom and pop. The franchise. They can charge whatever they want to charge.
Yeah.
But it really bothers me.
Yeah, well, it would bother me too, especially when you're handling something so expensive, and you're.
Well, that's
already,
not even the point. The
well,
point
I mean,
is
it would be for me because
two-
it's scary.
two companies that ship.
Yeah.
I can understand them being like $20, $30.
Was
Part
there was
with
there
a
a
full
difference in
100.
packaging? Maybe?
No, they sent it back in the UPS box that I sent it up there to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that $115 box that I paid
Yeah.
for.
Was basically just for the UPS on the side of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the only thing I can think of.
that's crazy. Would it have been different if you had packed and shipped it yourself? I mean, packed it yourself for
No,
shipping?
because I always go to the same store to send my stuff out.
Right.
Interesting.
So I could have packed it, everything in house, and called UPS. Can you do a pickup on it and come get it here? And it'd probably
Yeah.
been a little bit cheaper,
But not much.
but not much.
That's
Because
crazy.
she said the price is the price. So I'm just telling you right now, folks, don't go to the stores. Just call them and have
So
them
the
pick
Nerd
it up.
Talk seal of
and use
approval?
FedEx.
Nerd Talk seal of approval.
Pretty much.
You know what
Yeah.
we should start. You know what we should start doing? We should start doing a rating of 1 to 10 of our nerd glasses.
I don't know, man. Just thumbs up and thumbs down.
You're
works
not
pretty
wearing
well.
it because you don't want the chicky poos to see you wear glasses.
No, I don't care. They give me a headache.
Yeah, mine too. But
I'd rather wear my
so,
glasses.
So what would that be in nerd glasses? 1, because it did get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that,
Did it get there intact, like no damage?
yeah,
or-
you got there no damage.
I mean, when you got the box back, though, was it banged up or anything?
No, it's fine.
Oh, so at least they took care of that.
All right, so we'll
It
give them
could be
2
worse.
glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
2 sets of glasses.
Yeah,
That's
out of
it.
5.
I don't wear glasses.
It's because you're not a nerd.
Yeah, you're a wannabe.
Damn.
You don't like freaking Spaceballs. How could you be a nerd and not like Spaceballs?
I have to agree
I
with that.
asked,
good movies.
I asked him that question. Yes, I said, okay,
He
so
said he likes good movies. Like
That is a good
Spaceballs is an
movie.
amazing movie. What are you talking about? I don't
mean,
know you
I like
anymore.
good movies.
You used to be cool.
I bet you haven't seen. I think I asked him this. Have you seen? Have you seen
I think
Blazing
James.
Saddles?
Oh, Blazing Saddles. Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
I've probably seen it. I don't remember it.
No,
Of course
you
you
ain't
don't.
seen it then. Because if you've seen it, you would remember it. Excuse me while I whip this up.
This guy over here, man. James is really I think he's doing drugs.
He's got to be doing something.
He's doing
Something.
drugs.
Something happened to him.
He's doing
Of
drugs.
course, he was also one that talked to us
Drugs
about the
bad,
proctologist. And, never mind. We'll move on.
No, we're telling that story. All right, James. When James first got hired here, he decided to tell us a very slick story that he thought we would just believe. But the truth is, he actually believed it. And the story was that if you go in for your
Careful about this.
yeah, I gotta be wording it right. But if you go in for the doctor test, you know, the prostate exam, and you become excited, that means that
Papa Chubb?
yeah, that. Never mind being careful. If you get a Woody, that means that you're cancer free. And he basically told us
Half
that.
chub.
He believed that.
He said,
this is medical
"Dude,
science,
Listen, if
people."
you have a finger in your butt and you get a half chub, you have a Woody. It doesn't matter. So he was sitting there telling us that if you get the finger in the butt and you get a boner, then basically you're
You're
good.
good.
To go.
You're good. Cancer-free.
You're cancer free and you're all right.
Doesn't quite work that way.
So how does this work in women?
Hold on.
Women don't have prostates.
James
yeah,
told
they
us.
do. What? Everybody's got an anus.
I
James
said prostate.
James told us. James told us with the most serious face.
Dude, I mean, it was
He
like
believed what he was, and they told him this
Laser
in the
believe it.
Marines.
It's
laser.
a joke they said
no.
they tell you in the
Dude,
Marines.
dude, he
I did believe
believed
it at
it.
one point in my life. Yes. But not when I
And
told
until you
guys.
met
He's
me
not
and
telling
John,
you how long
you-
he
yeah.
believed it for.
The stories that we tell in
he
control
believed it
are
until
quite interesting. Let
me,
me tell you.
dude. Remember
in
we
the
flamed
Marine
him.
Corps, they tell you jokes to get you to believe them. And that was one of the jokes they told to get me to believe it, and I did for probably
James,
a good
how
solid 2
long?
years.
How long have you been out of the Marines?
4 years. 5 years.
Okay, you started working for us maybe what, less than a year
8
ago?
months.
Little
8
less
months
than
ago.
About 8 months ago.
All right, so when did we move in here? He was with us for
May.
about 2 months before we got here, right?
Yeah,
in this
July. He
studio.
came in on July.
In July.
Yeah.
You believed it till July, James.
Maybe July of 2010.
No, July of like
That was when I was
20.
getting my
Oh, no,
exams.
you
July
can't
of
say
2015,
2010 because that
dude.
just
Yeah.
doesn't.
I wonder how that
He
went when he
swore
asked
up
the
and down.
doctor that. He's like, dude, does
Well,
that
no.
really
well,
happen?
Well, no.
The doctor's sitting there.
The thing is,
Yes.
we didn't actually get a prostate exam in the Marine Corps. That's how I knew they were lying. That's
I don't
that was
believe
the
you,
trick.
man. I don't believe you at all.
That's all right,
Yeah,
James.
whatever.
It's okay, man.
Hey,
The Easter Bunny's real too.
well,
So
that's
Santa
obvious.
Claus.
How do you think
What?
the Easter eggs get there?
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm gonna be like on this Sunday?
What?
I need to make a meme of like me sitting there. It's like everybody's having fun doing Easter. I'm just waiting for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I am literally just gonna be sitting in my room waiting for The
you know,
Walking Dead.
you know why you know what you need while you're waiting? A big can of pudding.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude.
It's funny
Or
because
Cheetos works.
oh my god, I can't.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
No, because
Doritos.
no, the chocolate pudding is what Carl ate a whole bucket. Of.
Oh my god, actor's name for Carl. Can't think of the top of my head. The kid
Anyway, Carl.
I'm not sure.
absolutely hates pudding.
Oh
And
no.
he had to eat the entire. Like they were doing an interview
Well, he didn't eat the
at one of
whole
the.
thing. He ate a
He had a
bunch.
lot of it though, because at the Comic Con that he was at, he explained how they had to do a lot of reshoots for that specific scene because they wanted the whole dangling his legs and the whole thing. You know, look like a kid, like a happy kid
you
eating
said
pudding.
he hates pudding. I'm
He
starting to believe he
hates
doesn't have
pudding.
a soul at all.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Who hates
Carl.
pudding?
He gets shot in the eye. He's fine. He's like, I'll walk it off.
Yeah, but if you hate pudding, you're probably yeah.
Carl
Hey,
Costin.
so for anybody that missed the arena last night,
Yeah.
awesome. So
I heard
you made
James-
him,
I
you
heard-
made him so mad he came out here. Oh my God.
Who made who so mad?
Made James mad.
James. Oh, James
James is
actually
stalking
left.
you now.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, can you fix all the cameras? That would be awesome. So anyway, last night's arena.
Yeah.
Other than we had a glitch in the computer that we thought was computer based, but actually come to find out, Ed, who is my best
Tech guy, yeah.
best friend in the world, helped he helped
AKA
build
Iron Man.
Iron Man. He builds these systems. Came in and found out that we had a internet glitch.
Oh.
So that was our problem.
Hmm.
But last night's show, GABA, was absolutely funny. GABA, is that how it goes?
Yeah, it's
I have no idea.
It's a Ramones thing.
Johnny Gabowitz and all the
Yeah. Oh, I got you, yeah.
players and stuff
Gab-
like that.
I thought you were
Gabba
going
Gabba.
like Gabba Gabba Hey, we accept you. You're one of us.
Let me tell you
From,
something,
from
dude.
Freaks and the
It gotta
Ramones.
I think
Good
I
episode.
think we broke Bill.
Yeah,
Is
he
broken?
broke last night.
He broke
Wow.
last night.
That was funny.
He couldn't stop laughing to save his life.
Yeah, I saw Hollingsworth posted in our private messaging. We have a group private message, and he posted in it, and he was like, he was complaining that he felt like he was just getting stuff thrown at him left and right or something.
He did a great job last night.
Yeah, but I guess he was up. He
For
was,
for what he had to deal with, he did really good.
he was put through the ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he complained about it a little
start
bit.
next week, what we'll do is
He was a little salty.
We'll cut little segments of the arena.
Little
And
salt.
release
Show
him
it to
on our-
everybody.
yeah.
Because I'm telling you, dude, last night was a good night.
That's
Little
what I
salt
keep
never hurt
hearing.
no one.
We already do
He was a
that.
little salty, yeah.
Little salt never hurt
Oh,
no
yeah.
one.
I was playing with
make sure
balls in a
diabetic.
bowling alley.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. I was bowling.
You're playing with balls.
I was bowling
So how'd
worse.
that go? What'd you bowl last night?
110. It's the worst I've ever bowled in my entire
My
life.
mother
110.
can bowl a
A
110.
110. Yeah. My daughter bowls a 110.
But you play with balls all the time. How could you be so bad?
Oh well, you know.
Understand, man.
You know. That's fucked up.
That's wrong.
Whoa.
Man.
Dollar
Swear jar.
for the oops
Oh
jar.
man. Oh, what did I swear?
Yeah, you said the N word.
Did you not just realize that?
Wow.
Oh, he got me on a good one. Got me good, dude. I was like, I don't got nothing to say back because I
stifled
was
him.
playing with balls on
He
it.
just
That was
We have to go
good.
to break anyway.
He's digging the grave
Love
even
my
further
job.
and further. Let's just go to break so he
Let's
just
go to break
stops.
so he can lick his wounds.
What are they?
They're called SAR. Study, analyze, reprogram. They learn. Like us.
Identify. Why are we here, Mills?
I only know that you were requested.
You? Why are you here? exercise. Let's move. I understand you're super tech melts. All a bunch of cavemen, huh?
Not all of you.
What's going on?
This is just part of the training, right?
They had us, but while she was there, they let us walk. Why?
Identify.
Did you bring these Marines here?
Yes.
My God.
Some program is screwed up somewhere.
No, screw-ups aren't sufficient. Those are our positions.
You're copying us?
Let me go.
Please, no!
There's a leader. We need to find it.
Identify. Identify. Identify.
Human.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nerd Talk.
Chappie was gay.
No,
Chappie
Chappie was fine.
wasn't gay.
So,
Chappie was an awesome movie.
Josh couldn't stop at just
Not that
playing
a
with
gay's
balls, so we
problem.
had to bring out his package.
Yeah.
What do you
my
got today,
package.
Josh?
I got the. That's. You know what's really funny is that you caught me on the balls thing, then the package thing, and this is called the Battle Ram. Fitting.
The package.
battle ram.
I get it now.
Get it? Battle Ram, the package. Anyway,
I'm so
this
proud
is
of
the.
myself.
I believe this is the 2010 or 2011 Masters of the Universe Battle Ram. It's basically what Mattel did was they created this line called Masters of the Universe Classics. And back in the 80s, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe had a toy line, a cartoon, lunchboxes, stickers, and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I watched it.
It was an alright cartoon. It was my like when I was a kid, it was my favorite thing. Well, as an adult in 2008, they launched Masters of the Universe Classics, which is basically an updated version of those old toys.
That's cool.
So I picked this thing up. Usually it retails for about $45. You can only get these on MattyCollector.com. They're released once a month, and this is the first large-scale vehicle, or second. I believe the first one was the Wind Raider, but they did Battle Cat. They did Panther, which is the mounts, similar to World of Warcraft for you youngins that don't know anything about Masters of the Universe. But they rode mounts, and that was Battle Cat and Panther. But anyway, they've released pretty much every one of the original figures, and they've started getting into a lot of the obscure stuff, like stuff from mini comics, the cartoon series, Filmation. But on this one, this is, huh?
He just yawned in our
Yeah, he's bored, man. But this is actually the Battle Ram. It's huge, man. It's a pretty heavy box. I don't know if you can kind of. It's a
That's gotta
solid
be
piece
at
of
least
plastic right
6
there.
pounds.
Yeah. And the figure that's inside of it is Man-at-Arms, and he's based on his 2000X appearance. And what that is MYP Productions, Mike Young Productions. They redid the cartoon. It's actually the third incarnation of it. The first one being the Filmation. The second one was also, I'm not sure if it was Filmation, but it was New Adventures of He-Man, where he was in space. And it totally bombed. It was a pretty horrible cartoon.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it wasn't
I tried
too
watching
good.
it. I mean, I figured it was just because I got older. I didn't like it.
No,
but
it was bad. Like Skeletor had eyeballs. It was all messed up.
Yeah, you can't have eyeballs.
But even this Masters of the Universe Classics line actually released versions of those characters, and being the sculpting is done by the Four Horsemen and Chris Cornboy Hayes. Or Eric Cornboy Hayes. He's a friend of mine on Facebook, and he sculpts all these things with a couple of other guys, and they do an amazing job on the sculpts. I mean, they do a great job of taking the old toys and updating them. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's basically exactly.
That is cool.
I mean, I'm talking about this part, the Battle Ram itself. That's basically an exact replica, but updated with new paints, maybe a little bit more detail, but it's exactly the same as it was back in the 80s. When the line launched, they said they weren't going to release anything that launched missiles. They were going to stay away from action features, basically. And the old Masters of the Universe toys were popular for action features. Like He-Man had the Power Punch, where you twist them at the waist.
I got whipped cream on mine.
Oh, do you? Did you get charged for the whipped cream? I got charged for it every time I go there. But anyways, that's a Starbucks complaint I have and why I don't go to Starbucks.
Starbucks never charges for whipped cream.
They do every time I go, and Dunkin' Donuts does too.
It's Dunkin' Donuts does. Starbucks does not.
Yeah. So these things are packaged in pretty good, but they're also in the window box because it's an adult collector thing.
Put the knife right next
Psycho.
to your eye. God.
Yeah, well,
Cut towards your friends.
Yeah, cut towards your friends. That's what you do. But actually, you're supposed to cut away from yourself and towards your friends. So you forgot a part there. So basically, this is Man at Arms from the NYP cartoon. Like I said, that was like a kind of like a remake of it, where they updated it. It was more animated, hyper anime they called it at the time.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, He-Man was still throwing mountains and stuff, but still struggling with simple things.
I never could get that.
Yeah, the guy could throw a mountain, but you know he couldn't lock down Skeletor for more than a couple hours or an episode. Because Skeletor is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that's really weird.
The packaging is, like I said, it's all window
Bronze
box.
usually don't come with brains.
So what did you say?
Brawn usually doesn't come with brains.
Yeah, and that's true. But they did try to like. I just broke my knife.
Yeah.
Did you just break a bot? Nice.
As you can see, this thing's in there.
Let me get it. I get it out.
I got
Where
it.
do you get that out?
He-Man just broke his knife.
What was that?
And there goes
Something
an
else you can
arm.
throw, I guess.
It's probably
He-Man must be a
like,
badass.
he is a badass.
Holy
You
cow.
broke your knife and that's actually made of metal.
Yeah, except for that's Man at Arms, who's more badass than He-Man. So
Point exactly.
maybe I should rethink this and not open them on camera and maybe have it already ready to go.
We like to see how slow you are.
Yeah, which I am pretty slow to be honest.
Box on the bottom. Yeah.
Say what?
Twisty on the bottom.
Yeah, it's just one little tab in here, but they're packaged pretty good. I got this thing from my friend. My friend, he gets a lot of these things like at really good prices. I paid a little bit more than the $45, I think, though, because these things go for on the secondary market, like eBay and things like that. Oh, he's got a little gun. Just throw it on the ground.
You love me. Oh, you don't love me. Stay away from me.
But yeah, back to what I was
give me
saying.
We need Wonder Woman. Don't make him gay. Get back.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
yeah,
They can be
he's
gay.
gay.
Gay is okay.
Yeah,
Or
we're
there's
about
Batman.
to make Batman do this.
So we grabbed the bent over Batman. Nice.
There's
Good
the
call.
battle ram. As you can see, like the paint, the details, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's a great update to an old toy. One of my favorite parts is, James, if you could see that, the back of it has this like, on the other one it was just a sticker on the original. That's how you play with toys. But they said that they weren't going to launch, or they weren't going to have anything that launched missiles. As you can see, they've reconsidered that, and since then they've added more action features. Another cool thing
I
about
wonder
this,
what he's going to do with that.
the sled comes off.
So it's a nice little flyer.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the cartoon, they flew around on these things like, all the time.
that?
So it actually separates and becomes two pieces. And there's also another one that they've released. They've released this thing by itself with a different head, and they're interchangeable. There's a lot of puns in this episode, I think.
A lot.
A lot of innuendo.
seem
It's
Get
really
away
hard to
from
talk.
it, man.
Yeah, it's really hard to talk about. You know,
It's going to be a really
This stuff
punny
without-
episode, man.
So you went
Yeah.
from taking out your package, describing the head, like
oh, it's even got details on the bottom, man. Like in the
On the
original.
little hover.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but anyway, the box explains that this was built by Man at Arms, who's this guy here, the 2000X version, and he's pretty close to the original one. I should have brought that, but I didn't.
He's yawning in our ears again. He's
Remember the
bored.
camera?
He's totally born. There's Man at Arms, the NYP version, and you can tell because he's got this funny ponytail.
Oh, he's got
that he
another
always had.
act. Oh, that's the thing you shot.
Yeah,
out
that's the missile that I shot out.
See, look.
The figure's actually pretty cool too. Yeah, this is actually one of the Grayskull weapons. Like when you bought a Castle Grayskull
yeah.
back in the day,
Yep.
it would come with a bunch of these different weapons or weapons packs. And actually, they've released a Castle Grayskull. It retails for about $200, and it's huge. It's about this tall.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they've released
When are you
packs
unboxing that one?
when you pay for it. I mean, that thing's especially now if you're trying to find one. It's you'd pay close to $500 easy.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it's like a neat
this is
update
made-
to an
and-
old toy, man.
So
That's
this
why I
is
brought
made
it.
for multiple
Different- yeah.
characters because there's like There's
Yeah.
a thing in the back
Yep.
where he holds onto or he can drive.
Right, and like the original one, they sat in it like this. There was a little more space in this area here for their legs.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, they're held together by like a rubber band.
Yeah,
so you would
that's
twist
right.
their legs, but like in this new updated one, they've kind of updated it to where you can stand on it.
So Batman can drive.
Exactly. Well, Man at Arms drives. He built it.
And
Batman can ride.
Batman can ride in the back.
You know, Batman and Man at Arms would actually get along. They're both techie and build cool
Yeah,
vehicles.
they're getting along.
So yeah, this is basically Man at Arms Batmobile.
Yeah, we just kind of decided to make this toy a little bit better.
Yeah, by adding Batman, and which makes everything better, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
Have
a
you
lot
seen
of
the
critics
new?
are
I would say,
saying that about the new movie.
have you seen the new movie yet?
Yeah, well,
The new Batman versus Superman movie?
yeah, which is a great time to segue right now.
So-
Taylor is the only
Taylor?
person on set that's seen it, so go ahead and fill us in on it.
All right. I went to see it last night.
How hot is Wonder Woman?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this: Gal Gadot is probably going to be one of the best Wonder Womans you've ever seen.
What do you mean one of? There's only
Linda
been
will
one other.
always
Right?
be the
Guarantee you,
best.
she was not only badass, she looked really good too. Like,
Well, we already knew she looked really good.
That's
but
a given.
dude,
I was just afraid of like a Kim Kardashian type of performance.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
Yeah,
was.
because
she basically
just
walks
looks.
in front of both Superman and Batman. Is like,
Well,
let me
hold
do
on.
this. You figure this out while I fight Doomsday real quick.
So she went at Doomsday by herself.
Yes,
Did she really?
Did
she fare well?
She fared unbelievably well.
How did she? Because Doomsday in the comic, Doomsday would like smash her.
Again,
easy.
when you guys sit here and say that Wonder Woman isn't on the same league as everyone else, and it like,
Well,
they
she
have
is now.
changed that.
Yeah, they
She
have.
has literally
You're right.
become so beastly. When Doomsday.
It all started with the Justice League cartoon, because then
Yes.
she gained flight. I don't think she flew
She
before
doesn't
then.
fly in this movie, but she definitely she jumps at like she can jump
She can
like
jump.
hundreds and
Right,
hundreds.
that makes
of
sense
yards.
because she's got super strength like the Hulk.
And I mean,
Boing.
Which always made me wonder, how come Luke Cage couldn't leap? I mean, he was super strong, or
Well-
Doc Samson, or anybody like that.
They didn't try.
I guess not. Yeah, you're right.
here's the thing: they tried to vamp up everyone. They tried to
Yeah.
vamp up Aquaman. They vamped up.
We'll get to Aquaman in a second.
Flash. They vamped up
Aquaman's the
everyone.
same guy that played in Games of Thrones at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning.
Khal Drogo. It's Jason Momoa is the actor's name.
But-
Ezra Miller makes an appearance as the Flash.
When Wonder Woman first appears, like as Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
she comes out. Doomsday uses his
Wait a minute.
laser
When
eyes.
you say as Wonder Woman, does she appear as Diana beforehand?
Yes,
And
she-
is it the military thing with the boyfriend?
No,
What was his name?
she's-
Steve, right?
No,
It was Steve, right? Yeah.
she's completely undercover. She had just recently decided to come back to mankind after 100 years.
Oh wow. So she's like literally in a
2,500 years
mortal.
old. 2,500 years?
100 years.
100.
No. How old is Wonder Woman?
Oh, they didn't mention.
Yeah, but in one of the comic books, she's like, even in the old TV
Well, she's a
series, when she
goddess,
was
so,
talking to
yeah.
Steve, she was like, I'm
Some-
2,500 years old or something like that.
She never mentions her age. The only age like the time.
You just know
difference that
she's
we
been
see
around a
is-
while, yeah.
Well, we get a picture of her in 1912.
Oh really?
So and she's
Wow,
standing
that's
there
cool.
with her Wonder Woman outfit.
Yeah.
And
Stay on them, James.
So Wonder Woman has been around.
Yes.
Oh,
she's-
okay,
She's
so-
been around. Well, there's a part in the movie where Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman are all like, "We need to kill this thing," and
Yeah.
she literally says, "She's like, that's fine. I've killed things from other worlds anyways," and she's the first one to jump in. She literally she goes,
Which is how Wonder Woman has been for
Yeah.
years. Like I said, it all started with Justice League, the cartoon.
"Oh yeah," and she was the one who kind of kept Doomsday
Nice.
occupied while
Nice.
Superman
Can you find
and
the hole?
Batman figured out how to kill him.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Josh can't find the hole either.
oh, there it goes.
But all in all, the entire movie.
I'm usually good with red missiles too.
The entire movie, basically, it wasn't cohesive. It
John,
was just
your
so
dad's
much.
turning pink right now. Dude.
He's having, and then Taylor's having such a hard time talking.
So it's like I think you said this morning, it's like so many different timelines in one movie.
yeah,
This is
and there's
almost
also
like-
a nightmare sequence, a couple of them, because
Well-
you said Flash appears in one.
Batman has all the dream sequences because he has.
Oh,
He's always a nightmare.
yeah,
yeah.
he's running the trailer along with the show. So that's
good.
But He has a.
Well, if I was Ben Affleck, I'd have a lot of nightmares too. Because he's been in a ton of nightmares.
Yeah. He has a dream sequence where we don't know. Okay, I don't know whether it was actually real or not,
Yeah.
or whether he was just dreaming it. But I mean, it was the Flash. The Flash came out. He didn't necessarily fully form. He tells him that something bad's about to happen. You need to stop him. And he, at the end, he's like, "I'm too slow to get to you," and then he goes back. Like,
So did he appear pretty much like Zoom does, or Zoom started out in the show, or he's just kind of all like, you know, that real fast?
really cloudy,
Like moving so yeah.
electricity shooting off everywhere.
Yeah, 'cause
and
he's
you
moving
see
so
his
fast, yeah.
face.
Like the Zoom.
Yeah, like Zoom and
But yeah,
and-
and then Batman obviously has tabs on everyone.
right. Yeah.
He has tabs on Aquaman. And he has tabs on.
So
the
this
Flash.
is like a legit Batman then.
Yes.
Because all the other movies, that part of Batman was never. I mean, Keaton kind of did, you know, where he was watching people through monitors. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah,
that was.
but not like that.
This
though.
is one of
Yeah.
the best portrayals of Batman I've seen so far.
That's what I've heard.
And-
I've heard that people were so worried about Affleck, and he went out there and nailed it.
Ben Affleck was probably one of the better
James.
actors in the
Yeah, that
movie.
was a pun. I was trying to make a pun.
But I mean,
Do you need heart pills? You'll be all right. It's not like we got to worry about the FCC.
the only thing about this movie is like they
Dylan's gonna
literally
kill me for
seems
the
like
F-bomb,
they
by
were
the
just
way.
sitting there looking at the comic books and we're like,
I just realized I'm gonna be dead soon.
yeah, good
Sorry,
for you.
Dylan.
Good because he's so worried about you. He's like,
But
are you having
they-
trouble talking?
Yeah, I am.
Because we keep interrupting.
Yeah,
right?
you guys literally do.
We're really
I'm about
good
to
at
tell
that.
you to shut the hell up. Because you wanted to know about it, but if you
All
don't
right,
want
I'm
to know
sorry,
about it,
man.
then
I'm
I won't
sorry.
talk about it.
Shiny, you know. well,
But
Notice how when you get that camera shot, how white these two are,
I know.
and how colorful we are.
Yeah,
Bite
because you're
me.
embarrassed.
okay.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. man.
Embarrassed. I'm sorry. Well, why don't you make a few package jokes so I turn nice and red like you two did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was a good joke, man. You caught me completely off guard.
At least we can't see how red our heads get. I mean, at least we
But
have
it does.
hair.
It does sound like it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Okay.
But it's not like there's some flaws.
They literally, it seems like they were literally sitting at a meeting, opened up a bunch of comic books. It's like, all right, let's throw this in there. Let's throw this. Let's see if this sticks. Let's see if this
the whole
sticks and
chicken
this sticks.
soup thing doesn't work. Or not chicken soup, but it's the whole
Alphabet soup.
Yeah, it's just you can't throw a bunch of crap in it. You got.
I don't know, man. It sounds like it was a lot of fun, though.
It was a good movie action wise. Like it was good. It wasn't great.
Yeah, yeah. It
Like,
could have been better.
Story
It could have
feels
been
a
a
little-
lot better.
Okay, out of the 2 hours and how many minutes?
31 minutes.
Oh, what? It's 2 hours and 31
Two and a
minutes.
half hours long. Did it seem like 2.5 hours long?
It seemed I could have sat there for I could have sat there for at least another 2 hours, and I would have we probably still wouldn't have gotten enough. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means 2.5 hours.
Well, I do have
went by like it
questions.
was that.
Yeah, there's like that.
I do have questions. Like you said, you were talking about the Flash showing up. You explained that a little bit. Aquaman.
Aquaman. All right, they have video. They were doing an underwater dive. They were at a ship, and
Yeah.
all they show is him kind of. You see blue eyes kind of coming out of the little murky darkness, and then
Yeah.
you see him swim up. He's got his trident and all this other stuff. He's looking at it, and he's like, boom, and he hits it. And then you see another shot where he starts swimming away, and it's almost like it looks like he almost Superman's in the water. It's like you see the boom, and he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, that's normal for Aquaman
And-
too.
But
Just
he
Aquaman,
looks so-
whatever.
like just the little look we got him.
sucks.
Like you could
Sucks
see his
Fishby.
armor and
Yeah.
almost look like tattoos.
Yeah, it is tattoos.
Oh my god, dude! He
looks
I
pretty
can't
brutal.
wait because he looks so beastly.
Yeah.
Like he.
I wonder if they're gonna play off of Flashpoint and have him and Wonder Woman start a war or something between Themyscira. By the way, do they show Themyscira? That's what I was gonna
no,
ask you.
there's
They don't show that
there was
island at all.
nothing about. Like they didn't show any background for Wonder Woman. They
Right.
didn't
She
show any
just
background
she
for
just
anyone.
walks right in.
The only background we
I'm
got
really
was
glad to hear
Batman.
that. Really? Oh, really?
We
almost
got
like a
Well,
Bat
we
movie.
got Man of Steel for Superman, so
Yeah.
that's
Think about this.
understandable.
We got the regular beginning scene where the mother and father
Yeah.
get shot. Then you
Yeah.
see him fall down the well, and then
Yep.
the bats surround him. That literally all that happens.
Yeah.
Is it the same as the other movies?
Do you-
So they
no,
kind of re-rolled that
not
whole
really.
footage in?
The only thing that was kind of
They've
weird.
shown that. Yeah, they've shown that origin at least 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing to expect there.
Yeah, like,
But
and
in
he
2.5
has bad
hours,
dreams
I
about
mean,
it.
they could afford to put it in. They didn't really need to.
I mean, honestly, personally, as much as I loved seeing Aquaman, Flash, and all them,
Yeah.
I think they should have let them out.
Oh, really?
Just because there was just not enough about Batman and Superman and what's going on. Like
Yeah.
like I said, it felt like they were just like, we need to throw this in just because we want to add to the story.
We want to set up Justice League as
Yeah.
fast as possible because Marvel's
Well,
pulling ahead.
I'll tell you, I think they're afraid to have Superman and Batman go at it too much because then you're going to get some people that are like, they turned off.
Well,
Oh,
it won't
yeah,
matter
yeah.
anymore.
Because they're over it, right?
Well,
Don't-
Batman has to be over it.
Well, let's not go into like the big spoiler. You know, we'll leave that part out. But there's a
Stay down, because if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
well, there's a huge spoiler that
There's
Taylor
a big
revealed.
spoiler
huge
that
spoiler.
you probably
So let's
wouldn't like.
go into Doomsday and Zod. What is the relationship? I mean, I just want to know
Zod
why.
is Doomsday.
Okay, well, we already knew that, but I mean, who creates him? Is
Okay.
he? Is it Darkseid? Does Darkseid appear
No.
at all? Okay.
It's
Lex
Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Yeah, I know that. Oh, he does.
What he
build
does
them.
is he
Okay,
goes.
well,
It's in the trailer.
yeah.
Yeah, he gets access to the old ship that Zod had that crashed into the
Yeah.
middle of the city. He ends up going inside there and going into the Genesis chamber, where
Okay.
they could. It has thousands and thousands of different planets
Yeah.
worth of information and stuff like that, and you can.
Which will eventually end up being the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
At some point.
And what Lex Luthor did is took Zod, mixed with his DNA.
Oh,
put
so
it
it's
inside
not
the
actually Zod.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's Zod.
No, it's the
It's
body.
just-
He took the body.
He took the body, put it in the Genesis chamber,
okay.
cut himself so he could add his blood to make an abomination
Yeah.
of Kryptonian. Like and that's basically how Doomsday comes about. Is he makes it through the.
I wonder how Lex
Genesis chamber.
Luthor. I mean, I know he's like mega intelligent, but how would he know to do that or figure it out? Do they give any backstory of how he figures it out?
The robots, they're like
Oh.
we have all this information. He's like, teach me. And
Oh,
they
so
teach
kind of like Lois
got-
Lane did in the first one. She swindles the robots, and they just start spilling their guts. to him.
Basically, that's
Those
what he did.
robots are not very good at being robots.
Good security protocol,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
Anybody
that's
just
what I mean.
walk in.
Well, it
I like
asks-
check this book out, please. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Literally,
Let
he
me-
walks in. It's like, do you want to
It's
take
like-
control of the ship? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, like what? That
Literally,
doesn't
just
even
takes
work
control.
right.
That's
God, they almost
he's
they shot
and
Superman
he's
the first time
human.
he went in. Or
I
shot
said-
at him.
Yeah.
I just
think she got
imagine
it.
It wasn't for
And he
Superman
had to
crushing
save
him, he
Lois
was-
from one.
Right.
he just holds Zod's body in front of him. I'd like access to my ship. Well, of course,
So-
General Zod. Welcome back. Thank you.
So the Batman fight scenes, we've seen a little bit of it in a trailer.
There's only one fight scene.
So
Stay down.
you've basically seen the entire Batman
you go.
beat up thug scene in the trailer.
Yeah.
Then.
Honestly,
That's kind of
That's
a bummer.
boring.
They
Yeah.
weren't
That's a
fighting
bummer.
each other because they didn't like each other. They were fighting each other because
They were swindled.
Lex Luthor
Okay.
did that to them.
Lex
He
Luthor.
basically screwed with Batman's mind, and he takes Superman's mother and is like, if you don't go kill the Bat, I'll kill your mother.
So this is pretty much.
I mean, the
Or
adopted mother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he calls
Say
it.
right now,
Yeah,
it's
it's his
bat,
mom.
we're currently it's
But,
Battle of the
so
Orphans.
this is the part where a lot of people must have been saying that. I mean, Batman, Ben Affleck as Batman did great. Henry Cavill did great. Gal Gadot did great, but the movie suffered from poor writing.
It did. It really did.
And this is one of those plot points
Did
because
Superman
Batman.
die? Go ahead. He can't die.
Spoiler alerts, he died.
It's
I don't like
Doomsday,
it.
man. I mean,
He never dies.
He
comes
got
back.
Spike.
if
straight
he
through
comes
his
back
heart,
with the '90s
and he
long
died,
hair,
and they had a full funeral,
Really?
Yep,
Yeah, he's not dead.
and he's dead.
You know he's not dead.
He's dead.
if he
keep in
comes
mind,
back
see,
in a
that-
black suit and like '90s long hair, I'm gonna be really mad. Really
But
mad.
what's the
Why would you
most
kill
interesting-
Superman before Dawn of Justice?
Krypton spike.
Yes, he got well, no.
Look, guys,
Doomsday.
I found
Never
Superman.
mind. Never
Guys,
mind.
look, I found Superman's next movie.
Yeah, never mind. Kill Superman.
Doomsday actually gets the
episode of The Walking Dead.
He gets the spike.
kryptonite spike.
Oh, okay.
Superman's the one who does it.
Oh, but Superman doesn't die.
No,
So
he
you're-
dies.
You're messing around.
No, Superman.
God, he
because
is
he's so
ugly.
weakened when he puts the kryptonite into Doomsday. Doomsday
Pulls him.
and hits him
Pulls
with his
him.
own spikes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you know he's not dead.
Ding, ding.
So how fast does Doomsday evolve, though?
Pretty fast considering the fact that Wonder Woman, like at first, starts beating the living crap out
And
of
he
him.
adapts,
Like
right?
like she takes off like his limbs. She almost takes off his head, and he just keeps adapting after that.
Yeah, that's
And-
awesome. So there was no other bad guy.
He has no
other
drive
than-
to see the movie now. He's like, nothing good, done.
There was no
There
other
was
bad
no.
guy
There was no
other than Lex.
because that
Because
was.
we all know Superman comes back.
Lex Luthor.
You know, guys, I got a closer vantage point than you do, but he looks seriously defeated right now.
He's depressed. He's, I don't want
Like,
to see the
not
movie
to
anymore.
pull a Ben Affleck pun, but somebody shit in his cereal just now,
Give me my Superman cereal.
That's too far.
and he actually has Superman cereal. It's over there.
But yeah,
I'm kind of disappointed because like they showed Doomsday in the trailer. You knew about Lex Luthor, and I was hoping they would have like
put it back
a
now?
big reveal of another villain. But I guess they were saving
Nailed
that for Aquaman and the Flash.
but Doomsday did.
By the
not
way,
have
how did the
time.
Flash's suit look? I mean, could you tell?
Didn't
It
see
was,
his suit.
Yeah, it was that blurry.
Like all you saw was a little bit of his face when it came through.
Oh, bummer.
Because he said, "I'm too slow. I can't get to you."
Yeah.
Like he's.
I wonder if he's from another dimension or another time.
We don't know. We did see Flash though.
That'd be
Like
pretty
we
cool.
get a video
Flash,
of him.
so he's
Like
got
he's
a
in a
reason.
store. Guy's about to rob him. He just does this little.
But it just doesn't look real good. I mean, like
Dude, I think Flash looks really good. Like
his suit is awesome, right?
Flash
I haven't
messed
seen his
around the
suit.
time again.
When he's in
that
the-
whole show is like a time travel show now. The
Oh,
Flash
yeah.
on CW
Flash-
or whatever.
Again,
Oh, yeah.
They didn't show his suit in the movie.
No?
No.
So it's him in like
Just
street
him in
clothes.
street clothes.
That's still pretty cool.
Time to go back and watch Flashpoint Theorem again.
How did Ezra Miller pull off the Flash? So, I mean, from what you could see, did it look like he's going to do a good job?
There wasn't enough
No.
to be able
Bummer.
to tell. Like really. It's just like I said, it was little clips, like it's
Yeah.
surveillance clips from Batman's computer.
Yeah.
So it
And
just
there was also another character that you guys.
very surprising.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Green Lantern, but they ended up having Cyborg.
Yeah.
Cyborg's going to be part of the group, and it was very.
We knew
interesting
Cyborg was coming. We just didn't think it would be.
this quick.
Yeah.
Like, and I was very surprised when I saw it. Like, I at first was like, who?
Hype.
And they didn't say his name, didn't say anything. He was just all it was a scientist. He was trying to get whoever to live again.
And there's also a fan theory that I'm pretty excited about because I think I was right all along. I think that when we on earlier Nerd Talks and we were trying to figure out what happened to Robin,
He went to.
he became a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
And it's not openly said like that.
He
You
didn't.
explain?
He didn't say exactly how. He didn't say what, like why. But he was talking to Alfred.
Batman, you're talking about. Says
Yes.
it. Batman's talking to Alfred.
And he sits there and he's like, come on, Alfred. How many people do you know in Gotham that were good
Yep.
that went bad, and how many do we personally know that did that?
Yeah,
And
and
then he
then-
gives him that look. It's like.
And then they
you
turn
know who
around
I'm
and look at
talking
the
about.
suit, right?
And then they see the suit and it says, "Ha ha,
Joke's on you."
So
I'm thinking that, I mean, that'll explain away all the tattoos that everyone's whining about. I think this version of Joker's going to be awesome personally, but
It's probably-
a lot of people are complaining, saying that Joker would never sit long enough for tattoos, but he'd sit long enough to reassemble a missile and sell it to Saudi Arabians.
And it could be very well possible, because
and Death
here's
of
the
the
thing.
Family, which is also drawing heavily from.
Well, Joker comes
the movie
in
is
very
drawn
early
heavily
in
from Death in
Batman's
the
history.
Family.
Joker's one of the first guys that real villains that Batman deals with.
Well, are you talking in comic history or?
Kind of, yeah. Like and the thing is that
It's his first real arch enemy.
Yeah, and
you're right about that.
We're sitting here watching this movie 20 years after a bunch of crap has happened to Batman.
Right. So the real Joker could be dead.
And there could be another one.
And Robin could have filled that void and taken that place,
easily.
which explains like Jared Leto and his look, though. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
he's a younger version. He's more of like a I don't want to say.
Are you trying to say that Jared Leto is also Robin?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we've been. You just now caught up to us. We've been saying that from the get-go. I've been saying that from day one. That I thought
dude.
because of the tattoos and the Lamborghini from Suicide Squad, the screenshots we saw from that, his gangster look, man. I mean, he looks like he's like homied out, you know.
Yeah.
Like a younger guy would be. Like Joker would have to be somewhat older or around the same age as Batman, and this version of Joker looks like a kid.
It's true. He does look really young. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
look like the older maniacal kind of Joker that we usually got.
He's not wearing a goofy suit, and so far as I can tell, all the characters in the movie so far are pretty much comic accurate in terms of like Doomsday is pretty comic accurate, other than he hasn't evolved as far along as he was
doesn't
in
get he
the
doesn't
full
go to
beard
his
of
final-
spikes and things
yeah.
like that. But Batman's,
still early
Batman's
on,
suit,
though, so.
Superman's suit, they're all pretty close to the comic.
Oh, Doomsday's gone. We're done with Doomsday.
But especially the Robin suit, because when you see the Robin suit pretty clearly, and it's pretty close to the comics.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that if they were going to do Joker right, he wouldn't have tattoos. He would be really close to the way the Joker is now in the comics, which is pretty much running around in an insane asylum, straitjacket with his face cut off. You know, because
But
it's kind of how Joker rolls
This
these days.
movie should have been called Batman versus Superman, the setup for the Justice League. I mean, the end was literally like, because it's Batman talking to Wonder Woman at Superman's
Right.
funeral. And they're like, he's like, we need to find the rest. They need to be ready to fight. And she turns to him and she's like, what do we need? What do we need to be ready to fight? And he's like, just a feeling.
Batman says this.
Yes. And then he
Because
ends up going
I think-
to Lex Luthor at the end.
Well,
and
he was
Lex-
having all the dreams about the parademons, which is from Apocalypse. That's Darkseid. So
with the wings and stuff
Yes,
like
yes.
that. Actually, in the dream sequence, it was what he thought was Superman, like all the people bowing down to Superman.
Yeah.
And like he had a dream about Superman just being a tyrant. Like he walks in, burns two dudes right next to him, and then like basically he almost does the same thing to Batman.
he also does this with his eyes,
God.
right?
Yes.
Like his heat vision.
Yeah,
Well, that's totally Doomsday and Darkseid in his Omega beams.
Yeah.
So it looks like Batman's just a little bit confused in his nightmares, and he's actually dreaming about Darkseid.
Yeah.
Because Darkseid is literally like, I mean, back in the day, like as a kid watching the cartoons and stuff, the Legend of the Superpowers, Doomsday was pretty much an evil version of Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Well-
had the heat vision, he could fly, he had super strength, and all of that good stuff. And
I think Lex Luthor might be having the dreams too, because at the end, Batman comes into his cell, kind of does the whole Batman thing where
Yeah.
everyone disappears instead of him.
oh, he does that. That's oh, man.
And he
right.
walks up to him, and Lex Luthor is like, "The bell has been rung. He's
Yeah.
coming for you."
yeah,
he's
they're
coming.
talking about mother boxes and Darkseid. That's
And-
how he's going to end up on Earth.
And
And
yeah,
then Superman's going to be reincarnated.
In a black suit with Uncle
Okay.
Jesse haircut.
okay.
From Full
the
House.
end of the movie is the frickin' coffin with dirt on top of it, and the dirt starts rising. So
Yeah,
there
because
you
he's
go.
not dead. I told you.
But he's going to come out in a black
They pulled the
suit. With,
spike out.
and you know what? They're going to change the actor too. It's going to be John Stamos with his 90s Uncle Jesse hair and a black Superman suit.
It's John Stamos.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
No,
Can't kill Superman.
no.
All right, let's go to break because this has been awesome. Because the next two segments are going to be killer because James and Dylan are going to talk to us about the new Magic card
Magic
release.
the Gathering. So thanks for.
Hello, Henry. Do you remember how you got here? This next part might hurt. Squeeze? You and I were, and still are, husband and wife. I love you, Henry. Henry, they want your technology.
How do I then you?
The chute! Hold the chute! Hold on, Henry! Henry, fight back! You're capable of more than you think!
It's all right. I'm here to help you. There's a speech module installed. But at least we know you're not deaf. Okay, well, the good news is that you're going to live a while. The bad news is there's an army standing between you and your wife. So let's go get her.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. Woo! This is war, baby! 'Cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. The shooting star leaping through the sky. Like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. Racing car, passing by, like Lady Driver. I'm gonna go. There's no stopping me. Running through the sky, taking the degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you.
You gonna lay there,
Don't stop me, hey.
swallow that blood in your mouth? Or you gonna stand up and go spill theirs?
Back to Nerd Talk. I'm Tech the Batman. This is Boss Tech, Darth Taylor, Cytokin, and James is RTD. So this segment, Cytokin and James have a bunch of magic updates to give to us. So what do you got for us?
Before they do, it's kind of funny. They had this all planned out, and then today,
We screwed it.
No.
Magic.
They released all the rest of the cards.
Yeah, I say
really?
they had 100 cards that haven't been announced yet, haven't been spoiled yet. 4 minutes before we do the freaking show, we had all our screenshots of all the cards we want to talk about. They released all the rest of the 100.
So you guys actually prepped.
Yeah, we prepped.
Yeah, dude,
and now-
they've
it's
been
like,
working
meh.
on this for
And it
3
was all
days.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
That's all right,
upset.
though. They need to still talk about it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
well,
it's
we're
actually
pretty
kinda
much
cool.
should be covering the
You know how many people are going to be upset that we pretty much just told the whole movie of Batman v Superman? So at this point, if they
That's
made it
his
this
life.
far, you can say anything.
Hallie, Ben,
Yeah.
something, I don't know. Okay, so pretty much Shaz Vinistrad is the new magic set.
Camera's over there.
But we're talking to the group as a whole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, don't tell me how to do this.
Yeah, say-
My dad's a broadcaster.
He knows what he's doing.
Sad.
Jackass.
Been watching these way too long. Anywho, Shaz Vinistrad,
I learned
kind
from
of the way they're
watching
doing
you.
it is everything is just corrupted at this point, which is really, really
It's
cool.
madness.
It's the take originally on Innistrad, which is this is their second time in Innistrad. The first time was purely to show that the imbalance where humans were the losing race.
Yeah.
So Avacyn came along. And Avacyn was the angel of hope. Now, Avacyn wasn't just for the humans. She's for everybody. She's a
created by
balance
Soren.
keeper. I can't hear James because
She's
someone...
created by Soren.
Yeah, that one. That okay, yeah. But she was
That's
just...
really funny. They're doing
she
a
was-
segment together and they can't hear each other.
Well,
Because he doesn't have
because there's no
any-
headphones in the studio. But Avacyn's here to keep balance. That's what she was always here to do. So she came in to help the humans. That doesn't help me now.
no, just throw it in real quick. It doesn't matter. They know the audience knows we're production guys.
We're production guys.
yeah,
so
we're
allowed to
production
get up.
guys. We do things
stuff
on the fly.
We'll even get up, walk away,
And fix cameras and-
We'll go and move a camera while the show's going.
It's actually
Here's what
something
it
I
is.
really dislike about our shows that we talk too much about the production part, but it always happens. So now
That's fine.
I just dig it. It's all good.
So Avacyn was created by Soren to keep the balance and try and move things back into the humans' favor. Well, they did.
yeah.
But then the humans were overpowering the werewolves. They were overpowering the vampires. They were overpowering the other angels. So then Avacyn,
This
because
sounds like a really cool set, by the way.
because
you just named
she's-
off like 5 of my favorite things.
yeah,
Or
because
4.
she's a balance keeper, she then had to work against the humans again and started
Right.
annihilating. The problem is a lot of the angels get corrupted and enjoyed killing
You
humans.
get this.
And
Oh wow.
yeah, so that's Archangel Avacyn and Avacyn the Purifier, who was annihilating humans at this point. She's burning villages. She's smiting down people.
Well, to everything. Anything.
Like she's because she's keeping balance. She's lost her balance, and all of the angels are now no longer angel-like. They're more like demons.
Oh no.
So the demons and the angels are now working together. The humans
Woe
are
is
kind of just
humanity.
fighting a 4-way battle, and they're losing really badly here.
No, okay.
So spirits are taking over.
Ghosts.
You
mean?
have people are joining cults to join the angels
This
and the
seems like
demons.
really heavily horror themed.
Well,
it's
that's
a very
that's
gothic theme.
Innistrad.
Yeah.
Innistrad's
This
always been
This sounds like
horror.
Ravenloft or something.
Very similar, actually. It is. It does have a very gothic tone to it. Innistrad, there's a lot of crypt-like structures, a lot of old-time Gothic era churches and stuff like that.
No way. I love that
A
stuff.
lot of priests and what a lot of well they call them shamans, but they're the priests trying to defend.
right.
Your clerics are here, your battle priests are like they're trying to
Yeah.
save what's left of humanity, and they're just not doing a good enough job.
Right.
It's hard to when you're a human. It's really hard to fight angels and demons
Yeah,
and
you're
vampires
kind
and
of at a
werewolves
disadvantage.
all at the same time.
For sure.
Because keep in mind the vampires go into their vampire state, which are like
Unless you're
giant
John
bats, and they just
Constantine or
rip you
something.
apart. Angels pick you up, drop you, you're dead too. So they all have flying. A lot of them have vigilance and whatnot, which means they don't tap when they attack.
Right.
So there's still blockers, and pretty much for this set, I have a feeling for this first half, everything's going to completely overpower humans. Humans are just going to be used for,
Meat shields.
yeah, you're going to be using them for sacrifices to keep your demons and your angels
will you
alive.
be able to upgrade them through armor and artifacts and things like that?
Yeah, but they're not going to be worth it.
No?
A lot of the humans, there's a few.
It's the high cost stuff.
I would say there's a
right?
few humans that are incredibly strong. For example,
Yikes.
oh well, yeah, against Soren. Soren's his
Soren's
+1. That is absolutely. I don't
Well,
care.
I mean, humans could be mages. I mean, they can, become
not
powerful through
enough
magic,
though.
Right?
In the
No?
card
Yeah, but
aspect, like looking from a
You've got
game
someone
point
like
of view.
Odric. He's a powerful human.
He's probably the only human that's going to be worth something, but you're going to be using him with angels and demons and whatnot because he'll combo so much better because Odric's ability is whatever one of your creatures have. So say one creature has flying, everything is flying. Your entire board is flying. If one creature has hexproof, everyone has hexproof. One creature is indestructible, everybody is indestructible.
Gotcha.
He just gives it. He is socialism the card. He gives it to everybody. Everybody gets an ability. And
That's pretty cool.
It's really unbalanced because he is going to be a terrifying board state.
He's from Eurasia, you mean?
And then if you use the two Odrics together, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun to fight him.
James reminds me of the commentator from Major League, where he just says the most obvious thing, and that's my contribution.
Yeah.
Well,
that white's light. That light's white.
That light's white. Yeah. It's good.
The lights are orange.
So when does this set come out? Or?
April 1st is the pre-release.
So
April 2nd and 1st. But
I'm definitely going to get into this set. Just based off
I'm
all
going.
the cool stuff
I know I'm going to the midnight release for the game.
You like werewolves, right, Josh?
Yes.
But it'll come out a week afterwards,
werewolf
so
planeswalker.
April 7th, 8th.
Oh wow, that might be the first planeswalker I ever actually owned.
She is very unique because she's one of the only planeswalkers that actually flips
so she can
from
transform then.
She goes planeswalker to planeswalker, a lot like Garruk did back in Innistrad. Was it Innistrad?
Is there any powerful vampires or anything? Like,
They.
How do they measure up to? How do werewolves? Zombies are obviously.
Werewolves have always been their own thing. They've always been.
Well, I mean, how do they measure up against the angels?
Card stat wise, I would say
they all balance themselves out.
Yeah.
I would say card stat wise, I would say the werewolves can totally go toe to toe. That's not an issue. Lore wise, they're strong. They're definitely strong because now the I guess it would be considered more the humans are helping out the werewolves, and the werewolves are trying to help out the humans because they technically are still human. They are human werewolves.
They're hybrids.
Yeah. So they're relatively strong. In the card set, I think they're going to be a lot of fun. I like werewolves a lot more than I do vampires and angels and demons. So I'm going to make another werewolf deck and have tons of fun with it.
That was my next question, because you just kind of answered it a little bit. You said werewolf deck. I mean, do you have to play werewolves, humans? Is it faction-based?
No, absolutely not.
No.
So
you can throw whatever you want that combos in. For example, I'm probably going to be running... I would say
Magic, then.
I'm probably going to be running Odric. I'm probably going to go red-white.
Yeah.
There's a few of the werewolves that we looked at that I know he doesn't have images for just because it came out 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It gives.
He says it like Wizards really slighted him. Too.
They really
they did it on purpose just for our show.
He does have it. All right, so
that is awesome.
All werewolves come onto the battlefield, and you immediately flip them into their werewolf. Normally, for a werewolf to transform, you need your opposing player or one of the opposing players at the table not play anything except a land. If they don't play anything, all your werewolves flip.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of your upkeep, which is really strong.
So there's no other way to flip your werewolf?
Unless you play that specific card, which is if she is in her wolf form, all werewolves come onto the battlefield as their werewolf form.
You know what's really weird?
So playing
it's a female human that or a female werewolf that transforms into a dude werewolf.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
That totally looks like a dude werewolf.
Let's say from
Look
the
at
last
the chest.
From the last set, one of
man pecs.
From the last set, there was one that was
I'm looking right at it. I mean, you can.
Do werewolves actually have boobs? We don't know this.
No, they don't.
We don't know this.
Can't follow.
Have you ever seen The Howling? Werewolves got boobs.
It's not the World of Warcraft right now.
I was saying we can't use World of Warcraft because they don't have them either. They're not werewolves. They're worgans. There's a difference.
They're werewolves.
It's a curse. It's a magic curse. It's not a biological.
Oh, werewolves aren't a curse, I guess. Who'd have thunk?
Speaking of curses, there's one or a curse.
Yeah. Okay. So aura curses were something
wow.
that was unique to Innistrad, or well, not really unique to Innistrad.
I'm really digging the horror theme of this.
Horror
set,
is such a massive part of Innistrad. Yeah. A lot like it was back in Phyrexia, where a lot of things were like horror creations.
Yeah. Wasn't Cold Snap?
Did you say
sort
horror or whore?
Horror.
He perked up. Horror's where? But
I can be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, I know a little thing about horrors.
You're not.
We're trying to get into trouble right now.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I gotta throw the heat off me
You're
for
not
dropping
digging.
that.
You're not digging that hole.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good here.
Yeah, by the way, we were talking about the horror theme. Wasn't Cold Snap all about zombies and undead in the ice, things like that? So this is, or is this the first
kinda.
heavy horror theme?
No, we've had plenty of other
I mean,
horrors.
Dissension was all demons and things
yeah, I
like
was like
that.
Dissension.
Yeah.
I was like Dissension was demons and horrors and all sorts of different things.
Again with the horrors.
Ha 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 ha. But no, horror creatures have been around for the longest time. For example, in
Horrors have been around for a
Ravnica.
long time.
Yes, they have. Especially on the corner of 19 and Main.
You can flip them and play
Since I was a
them
kid.
on the side of the street
Yeah.
too.
Wow. That one.
Oh, that went dark.
Holy
It went dark like my Facebook
crap.
feed.
Woof.
Anywho, horror
Horrors?
creatures have been around forever now. I mean, in every set, there's
Yeah,
at
but I'm
least
saying
something.
like
as
the
proud-
whole theme, the backstory
Well,
and all that.
Ravnica and Return of Ravnica had a lot of was heavy into horror as well.
Yeah.
For example, you had the Rakdos who loved augmenting their
Cultists.
creatures, and it was like cultists who would torture people and reattach limbs to them just for the
remember
glory of
Augur
Rakdos. Then you had blue black. You had Consuming Aberration.
Mm-hmm.
He was a ridiculous horror creature that made.
It would eat graveyards.
Yeah, he would eat graveyards because by his power and toughness was equal to everybody's graveyard.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Number of
Which by
creatures.
milling somebody, you just made him very powerful.
Nice.
So the horror theme has always been around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But-
I mean, I've always played black decks and things like that.
I would say black and blue
You're a
normally.
very dark person.
It's funny.
Can't tell.
My Facebook feed lately, like I've been putting a lot of like cool like horror themed stuff up, and John over here is like, "Is everything okay, buddy?
I'm an emo kid, not
Are you
performing as can
depressed?
be.
Are you depressed?"
You'd be non-conforming too if you look just
Sometimes
like
you gotta
me.
worry
I
about
got
this
paint on
stuff.
my nails and makeup on my
I'm waiting for
face.
the phone call. Hey, Josh won't be over at iHeart at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, crap.
Yeah, he's sacrificing goats or something.
He's went
Yeah.
dark on me completely.
No,
Black
I'd
hat
never
and
not go to
everything.
iHeart. You can cut my leg off, I'll still show up. That place
He's
is so
almost
much
emo
fun.
enough to start shaving his legs.
Oh,
I don't remember the rest.
Maybe, I don't know.
that's a lot. Have you seen his leg? That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's
you need a
lot of
lawnmower.
hairy ass
Actually,
Oh, get the hacksaw.
it'll make my tattoos look
Weeder.
better.
Yeah.
It'll make my tattoos stand out a little more.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're at the end of the show. No, we're
5
not.
minutes?
5 minutes.
Do we have 5
more-
minutes?
We can
Yeah.
go 5 more minutes.
We can go as long as we want, as long as he doesn't say.
Yeah,
you know.
because I'm the one who,
Fair enough.
who has to do this show tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with that.
And he's looking at
Taylor-
me like
Taylor
he,
is-
he looked at me like a puppy dog, like, please stop the show now.
Taylor's our
Mr.
overnight
Host,
guy.
please stop.
He's the man that runs. So if you get any plaints, you can just
Yeah.
call him. He runs everything at nighttime for us. So.
I'll be
does.
turning my cell phone off.
You're the one to run it, man. You suck. I'm not seeing the movie now because of you.
That's okay. He can't get away from Twitch chat, our online chat, our private message, our slash
All he has to
whisper,
do is
all on
hit record
Twitch.
and make sure it doesn't
You want to
crash.
know how easy I can get away from this? I press spacebar, it starts playing, and I can walk away.
That's what I was just saying. Like, all he has to do is hit play or record. And
But he will
splits.
be
Or
monitoring
stream, I
Twitch
mean.
tonight.
I will be.
And actually, if you go to if you're watching on WeBeam, see on WeBeam we have two chats. We have the
We
Twitch
actually
chat,
all
Yeah.
should be
the Twitch.
monitoring Twitch.
I'm sorry,
Chat
I'll be monitoring
the WeBeam
Twitch
TV
now.
chat.
I'll be
Yeah.
I'm monitoring it right
I'll,
now.
I'll be
Don't
out
worry.
doing the Rockstar thing
Right.
at my house.
No, we pre-recorded this.
I'm not
today
here.
because it's
Yeah.
Good Friday, and the rest of us want to go home early and spend some time with family.
Yeah,
He's-
screw Taylor.
He's not our friend. He just works here.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys dug this episode of Nerd Talk. We really enjoy sitting here talking our faces off.
Sorry we ramble.
We do ramble,
It
but we
happens.
stayed on. I was about to say hot topic or hot pockets. I'm hungry.
I am
want
starving.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna
that
go
time
eat.
to
Hot topic. Are you really
On
getting
that
hot topic
note-
theme?
I am that emo.
He is
You know what
emo,
I'm doing tonight?
isn't
I'm
he?
not emo. I'm punk
He
rock.
is.
See what I'm doing tonight.
Punk
So
rock.
I know we're
Ham
going.
and cheese
I know
Hot
we got to
Pocket.
close. I know we got to close.
Ham and cheese
We're
Hot
going
Pocket.
to this little bar down here over the river. It's a little tiki bar type
yeah.
of place. Not
The one with the shark hanging.
the
right?
one on the east side of the river.
Okay.
And we're gonna watch an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, I'm actually gonna go see my buddy Rob Rival. We're having a new show coming up soon, actually, called Going to the Show, which is all about like music and it's me hosting it. Maybe Mike Nunes, I don't know.
The bearded
I have to
Batman.
talk to him. The bearded Batman. Hey, that's rad. Thanks, dude.
Bearded
That's
Batman.
that's way cooler than Ortec. I'm now the bearded Batman.
No, it'll never go away. Ortec will be.
You can call me Ortec in our. You can call me Ortec in our.
Flash the lower third, please, James.
You can call me Ortec in our most private moments. But bearded Batman would look way cooler. You know, I'm actually wearing the same.
I got Ortec.
I'm wearing the same
Batman,
shirt.
like
That's his only
mask
shirt.
with the beard.
Yeah, yeah.
That is.
It is. No, I wear other shirts. I just borrow them from people.
Well, on that note, guys,
No, we're not ending the show yet.
yes, we are.
No, because he's gonna stay late.
Be quiet.
All right, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
I was
If you-
about to pitch the new show, man.
You just did the pictures of the show, didn't you?
Well, I got to go
Go to
tonight
the show.
to my buddy Rob Rival. He's a rapper from St. Pete. He's playing in Newport Richie at Misfits Pub.
I'm gonna and I'll
So-
record. I'll record the Elvis guy, so we can either make fun of him and go, "I think that guy's pretty good."
He might be pretty good. A lot of Elvis impersonators
never know.
take that pretty serious.
Yeah, never
They
know.
probably think they actually are Elvis.
I know.
So just like I don't actually think I'm Batman.
But
You
thanks
guys
for
can-
letting us ramble.
Yes, we're rambling.
We love our-
Yeah,
we
thanks
love
for
our
watching
people.
Nerd Talk. I'm the bearded Batman. That's Darth Taylor,
Ortec.
Boss Tech, Cytokin. See how I
Ortec.
juggled it?
And there's James.
There's
God,
James.
you've got me.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Roll.